Uber, RS. The audio's choppy. It's choppy. This is Raul's GC8 Coupe. Started life as a 97 2.2 L. The big thing about the L, or the base models in general, is that they don't have the sunroof, which is key. We're not big sunroof guys around here. So he found this chassis in New York, bought it as a unfinished rallycross car. It was kind of like, the car was semi-complete, kind of, had tons and tons of boxes of spares and all this other stuff. The motor was in it, basically just hung on the mounts. Got it as a roller. But he's always wanted like a GC8 Coupe, specifically like something that is inspired by a version 6 STI Type R, which Type R would be the two-door. So we've been going through and getting bits. Some of the stuff came with it. The 2.5 RS hood, although it's not aluminum like the JDM version, it has the correct aesthetic. So it came with that. It came with some bumpers that were pretty cut up. Again, it was supposed to be a rallycross car, or something that was just gonna get beat on. So we went through, we got a version 6 STI wing for it. The 2.5 RS US market side skirts are effectively the same as the STI version 6 Type R side skirts, or all the side skirts. I think that rocker is the same length between sedan and wagon and all that other stuff. So we found a pair of those, got new front bump, new OEM, a lot of new OEM bits for this car. Brand new OEM 2.5 RS front bumper, late model, new 2.5 RS rear bumper. We got JDM clear corners for it. We got the JDM V6 red and clear tails, brand new. So we're just going through, trying to get the body cleaned up. It's going out for paint. It's gonna be like WRC blue, World Rally blue. For the interior, the car is going to be like a track day car, HBDE, sort of a fun street car for him. So we didn't really need rear interior. The boys at 6 Over Crest make a really nice interior panel delete kit, which we like. It's thermoformed ABS plastic or polypropylene, or I'm not entirely sure what it is. But it's a thermoformed plastic. It deletes the rear seats, the rear seat back, the rear upper package tray area, quarter interior trims, and the door panels. And this car, another thing that's cool is it has roll-up windows, which we like because it just reduces weight and makes it simple. We're also doing Lexan quarter windows on this car from 6 Over Crest. Yeah, they make a lot of cool stuff. We did a GD rally car, 05, a couple of years back, and we used their interior delete kit on that car. And just the fit and finish is really good, and the price is super fair, so we're like, yeah, let's do it. What else? The car, all the factory wiring is effectively gonna be chopped out of it. We're gonna use some of the factory fuse box stuff for power, but otherwise it's a all fresh loom. We'll custom build a fresh loom for it. It's a Haltech Elite 1500. Again, Haltech sort of following suit with what we always do. Can Lambda from Haltech. So we're doing an IC7 digital dash as well. The car has the early model dash, so it's like a 97 dash. Previous dude that owned it did the flocking. We just trimmed it up, put an IC7 dash in it. Standard procedure, IC7 dash, Mako Motorsports cluster adapter. They make cluster adapters for so many different cars. It's like, they're awesome. So whatever car we get that's getting an IC7, you go on MakoMotorsports.com, they have the adapter. You can set it up a bunch of different ways. You can have spots for lights. It's great. They fit awesome, cheap. And I think it's like, I don't know, like 235 bucks or something US, 250 bucks shipped. You get them in like 2 weeks from Australia. It's dope. But anyway, so I've got them in a bunch of I've got them in my IS300. I've got one in my FRS. They're sick. So then we mounted like the programming plug for the dash. Here is like a panel mount deal. Again, just so that when I'm tuning the car and I'm setting up the dash and all that stuff, we can just plug right in, easy peasy. Oh, the seats for the car are just gonna be some GD body WRX seats for now. Again, it's like, he's never driven this car. He bought it as a pile of parts. He bought it as a project. It's just, get it together, make it run, make everything work, make all the lights work, blah, blah, blah. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, hey, so I forgot. The The mirrors, we got some carbon, they're like a Type RA, like a GC Type RA. So they're like a GC Type RA style narrow mirror, sort of like a, you know, rally vibe thing, but they're carbon, they're dope. You'll see those later. Do a custom exhaust. But yeah, it'll look dope, dude. After paint, this car is gonna, it's gonna be sick. Hello, TCL. Right now it's on just some whatever 2.5 RS brakes or something. This is just to keep the car as a roller. We're gonna go through, do all new fresh brakes, probably some WRX TR stuff because it bolts onto these knuckles. It's simple. Yeah, so right now it's just a roller setup. We're gonna do the sort of standard route, go with a BCDS like we normally do on most cars. We'll spec the spring rates, you know, do some calcs, do some valving stuff, order custom spring rates, custom valving to get him set up for how he's gonna use the car, track stuff. Yeah, the motor, so the motor is kind of interesting to me. So these cars, as a 22B, which would have been wide body and all that stuff, came with a 2.2 liter dual overhead cam motor. Now it was special to the 22B, and I'm sure that there's 22B experts that would know all the letters and numbers and whatever. Ultimately, this is sort of like a 22B inspired motor. Now this was something that was put together. We don't know really anything about the inside of the motor. We're just gonna kind of wing it. And if it blows up, then maybe a 257 find its way in here, or a JDM 207 or something. But it's a weird motor. So it's a EJ22 closed deck block, which I think is from like a 94 Legacy Turbo something. So these have dual cam heads from either the EJ25D, like 2.5 RS motor, or maybe a late model GD 2.5 RS dual cam head. I don't know, it's a weird combination. Again, the guy that he bought it from put this motor together. We don't know anything about it. It has compression. It seems to be relatively fresh, so we're gonna sort of wing it and see what happens. But yeah, it's a kind of a cool motor. So it's a 2.2 dual overhead cam, which I don't even think they made in a factory form outside of the 22B. I could be wrong, but yeah, so I'm interested to see sort of how this all pans out. It looks to me like a T04E or something like that, like a factory WRX turbo. Not even entirely sure on that. Really, it doesn't matter. Horsepower is not really a huge concern. It's more of getting the car together, getting it running, and getting all of the subsystems functioning so that we at least have a car that drives. Because right now it's just really, really simple, make it a runner, and make it look nice. So the big thing is the exterior, and we're gonna get it loaded up and get it off to paint. And we're actually gonna pick up another project that has been going on probably a year now in the background, Aaron's R32 GTR.
Push it in the first bay, and then when we get this out, we put it on skates and just fucking do it.
We got this thing back from paint. All right, car's back from paint. It was only 2 weeks. I just got a haircut. So there you have it. Car's back from paint. Zach did a great job turning it around super fast. Actually, he covered it on his channel. If you want to go check that out, it's 88 Customs. But yeah, so he banged it out super quick. It looks really, really good. We got a ton of pieces and parts, bits and bobs that all got painted up. All the side skirties. I'm not gonna unwrap these. You're gonna have to tune into the next video to see that. But yeah, so in regards to the next video, we've got a few things in front of this car. I just wanted to get it through paint, get it through that process so that we're ready to go. We can do the reassembly. We still have to go through and do all sorts of trims and quarter window trims and whatever, on top of making it run and finishing the wiring and all that. So we're gonna turn this into probably like a 2 or 3 part build series where you can sort of follow along with it. We have a ton of projects here, so it's not like typical YouTube channels where it's like, today we did this and then we did this, and you know, and it's like done in like 7 days, which is unrealistic. It's gonna be filtered in with when parts arrive and in conjunction with other projects. So we've got the Lotus is a big current project that we're gonna be working on basically next. We got some Skyline reassembly stuff. We just have a ton of stuff. A lot of things that we haven't even gone over yet. So yeah, so look out for this coming up in the next, I don't know, couple episodes or whatever. But we're gonna put together like a 2 or 3 episode build series on this car of assembly. We're gonna, again, go over all the little bits and bobs and parts and things that we got for the car in order to make it look very much like a JDM V6 STI. Yeah, engine wire harness, getting the thing fired up for the first time, that sort of stuff. And then we'll get it onto the dyno and probably do like a wrap up video of the whole thing complete and being delivered. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. I don't know. So goodbye. So okay. What's the outro thing? What's the so long? Toodles. Lulu. Au revoir. Stay tuned. Dude, I don't know. You're gonna have a friggin' bloop reel for days with this. This is it. Goodbye.